12 Habits and Mindsets to Let Go of in 2025 for a Happier, More Meaningful Life. As we enter 2025, it is a perfect time to reflect on what truly matters in life, especially as we embrace the wisdom and richness of our golden years. Aging brings its own challenges, but it also provides the gift of perspective. By letting go of certain habits and mindsets, we can pave the way for a happier, more meaningful, and fulfilling life. Here are 12 habits and mindsets to leave behind in 2025, paired with thoughtful advice and reflections for seniors who wish to make the most of their years ahead. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Holding on to regrets about the past. As the years pass, our minds often wander back to paths not taken, opportunities missed, or choices that didn't turn out the way we hoped. It's natural to feel the pull of, what if, questions. What if I had pursued that dream? What if I had been bolder? These thoughts can feel like an unshakable shadow lingering in quiet moments or emerging unexpectedly. However, holding on to regrets is like carrying a heavy bag on a long journey. It slows us down, distracts us from the beauty of the present, and steals the joy of what lies ahead. The truth is, regret is not a reflection of failure, it is proof of the depth of your humanity. It means you care deeply enough to wish things had been different. But the past cannot be changed, no matter how much time we spend revisiting it. What can change, however, is how we choose to carry the memories of those moments. Imagine the past as a river, its waters flowing away, unreachable and untouchable. The river is not there for us to swim against, it is there to guide us forward. Your life is not defined by what lies behind, but by the current that carries you to new shores. Every decision, mistake, or missed opportunity has brought you to this moment, which is full of possibility. Instead of dwelling on regret, ask yourself, what did I learn? How did that experience shape the person I've become? You might realize that even the hardest moments gave you the resilience, wisdom, or perspective that you carry today. Perhaps those wrong turns brought you unexpected blessings you would have missed otherwise. Letting go of regret doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring the past. It means honoring it for what it was, a chapter in your story, a chapter you can close knowing it contributed to the rich tapestry of your life. Regret doesn't deserve a permanent seat at your table. Instead, make space for gratitude, for the moments that went right, for the people who walked beside you, and for the time you still have to create new memories. As you step into 2025, remind yourself that you are the author of your story. The past may have set the stage, but the next pages are yours to write. Let go of regret not as an act of erasure, but as an act of liberation. You deserve the lightness that comes from releasing the burdens of, what if, and embracing the promise of, what now? 2. Neglecting your need for rest. In our youth, it was easy to treat rest as optional, something to squeeze in between the hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps we stayed up late to meet deadlines, cared for children through sleepless nights, or simply pushed ourselves to do just one more thing. However, as the years pass, the body gently reminds us that rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It is the foundation upon which our health, energy, and clarity are built. Neglecting sleep or downtime in your later years can feel like trying to water a garden with an empty can. You may press forward, but the vibrancy fades. Sleep, in particular, is a time for renewal. It allows the mind to clear away the clutter of the day, repairs the body, and restores balance to the spirit. Without it, even the most beautiful moments can feel muted by fatigue and irritability. Letting go of the habit of neglecting rest means giving yourself permission to pause. It's recognizing that self-care is not selfish, it's vital. When you prioritize your rest, you're better equipped to enjoy the simple joys of life. A walk in the park, a conversation with a loved one, or the pleasure of reading a good book. Think of rest as a gift you give yourself, a way of saying, I honor this body and mind that have carried me through so many seasons of life. In 2025, make rest sacred. Turn off the television a little earlier, create a calming bedtime ritual, and allow yourself to drift into the restorative sleep you deserve. You'll find that the world feels brighter, your mind sharper, and your heart lighter when you are well rested. Life becomes not a race to the finish line, but a series of beautiful moments to be savored, one well-rested day at a time. 3. Fearing solitude. There's a particular kind of silence that comes with age. The bustling noise of a full house may quiet as children grow and move away, the phone rings less frequently, and the gatherings that once marked our calendars grow fewer and farther between. For some, this silence can feel daunting, even oppressive, leading to a fear of solitude. It's easy to mistake being alone for being lonely, but the two are not the same. Solitude, when embraced, can be one of life's most profound gifts. It offers a chance to reconnect with yourself in ways that are impossible amidst the noise and distractions of the world. It is in solitude that we can reflect on who we are, what we value, and what brings us joy. It is a time to listen, not to the demands of others, but to the quiet whispers of our own hearts. Rather than fearing solitude, see it as an invitation to rediscover hobbies you once loved but set aside, to explore new interests, or simply to sit in the stillness and breathe deeply. Imagine spending time in a garden, feeling the soil beneath your hands, or walking along a quiet path, letting your thoughts drift like leaves on a stream. These moments of solitude can become the most peaceful and grounding parts of your day. It's also important to recognize that solitude doesn't mean isolation. It's okay to reach out to loved ones, to share a meal with a friend, or to join a community group when the silence feels too heavy. The beauty of solitude is that it teaches us to value the times we spend with others even more deeply. As you move into 2025, release the fear of being alone. Instead, step into solitude with curiosity and openness. Within its quiet embrace, you may find a freedom and contentment that can only come from truly knowing and loving yourself. 4. Taking life too seriously. As we grow older, life often feels heavier. Responsibilities, challenges, and losses can pile up, and before we know it, we've fallen into the habit of taking everything too seriously. While it's true that life requires moments of deep thought and responsibility, it is equally true that it thrives on lightness, joy, and laughter. The problem with taking life too seriously is that it narrows our focus to the challenges and fears, leaving little room for spontaneity and simple pleasures. Think back to a moment when you laughed until your sides hurt. Maybe it was a funny story from a friend or a silly mishap in the kitchen. Those moments, no matter how small, are often the ones we cherish most. They remind us that joy doesn't come from perfection or control, but from embracing life as it unfolds, imperfections and all. In 2025, consider loosening your grip on the seriousness of life. Let yourself laugh at the small absurdities. Give yourself permission to play. Whether it's a game of cards with friends, trying something new like painting, or simply sharing a joke with a grandchild. When you take life a little less seriously, you create space for wonder and delight to return. By letting go of the habit of overanalyzing or overplanning, you may find that life's beauty reveals itself in the simplest of moments: a sunrise, the taste of your favorite meal, or the sound of a loved one's voice. Remember, life is not measured solely by its milestones but by the joy in between. As the saying goes, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. 5. Hiding your vulnerabilities. For much of our lives, we're taught to put on a brave face, to show strength even in moments of doubt or fear. Over time, this habit of hiding our vulnerabilities can become so ingrained that we forget the beauty in being human. Vulnerability, however, is not a weakness. It's a profound strength, a testament to your authenticity and willingness to connect with others on a deeper level. Hiding your struggles might feel like self-protection, but it often creates a barrier between you and the people who care about you. Imagine a close friend sharing a moment of hardship or uncertainty. Does it make you think less of them? Likely not. Instead, it probably deepens your respect and love for their courage to be honest. The same is true for you. When you share your vulnerabilities, you allow others to see and support the real you, creating connections that are rich and meaningful. Consider how freeing it could be to let go of the pressure to always seem okay. If you feel fear, share it. If you're uncertain, ask for advice. If you're grieving, let yourself cry. The world does not expect perfection from you, nor should you expect it from yourself. Vulnerability is what makes you relatable, trustworthy, and ultimately human. In 2025, take a step toward embracing your authentic self. Share your joys and sorrows openly with those you trust. You'll find that by revealing your humanity, you allow others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of honesty and connection. In vulnerability, there is freedom, a freedom to be exactly who you are and to be loved not in spite of it, but because of it. 6. Using negative language. Words are more powerful than we often realize. They shape our thoughts, color our emotions, and influence how we experience the world. As we age, it's easy to fall into patterns of negative speech, especially when dealing with health concerns, daily frustrations, or the inevitable changes that come with time. Comments like, "I can't do that anymore," or "Life just isn't what it used to be," might feel small, but they accumulate, casting a shadow over our days. Negative language has a way of reinforcing a mindset of limitation and scarcity. But here's the truth: your words don't just describe your reality, they create it. What if, instead of saying, "I'm too old for that," you said, "I'd like to find a way to enjoy that differently"? What if you replaced, "Everything is so hard now," with, "I'm learning to approach things with patience"? In 2025, try to let go of negative words, not as an act of denial, but as a conscious choice to focus on the positive. Gratitude is often the antidote to negativity. Take a moment each day to speak out loud what you're grateful for, whether it's a sunny morning, a kind gesture from a friend, or simply the strength you've shown through life's challenges. By choosing words that uplift you, you invite hope and possibility into your life. Language is like the brush of a painter, it colors the canvas of your life. Speak with kindness, both to yourself and others, and watch how the world around you begins to shift. Even in difficult moments, the words you choose can carry you toward light and resilience. Let 2025 be the year you speak your world into something beautiful. 7. Breaking promises to yourself. Throughout life, you've likely honored countless promises to others, showing up for loved ones, fulfilling responsibilities, and meeting the expectations of family, friends, and employers. But how often have you extended the same commitment to yourself? Breaking promises to yourself might seem harmless in the moment, but over time, it erodes self-trust and chips away at your sense of worth. Imagine planning to go for a walk, spend an afternoon on a favorite hobby, or finally start that project you've been thinking about, only to let it slide because something else feels more pressing. Each time you do this, you send yourself a subtle message. My needs don't matter as much as everything else. Over time, these small broken promises accumulate, leaving behind a quiet frustration with yourself that can dim your joy. In 2025, commit to treating yourself with the same respect you offer others. If you promise to take care of your health, honor it by scheduling that doctor's appointment or preparing nourishing meals. If you vowed to rekindle an old passion, like painting or playing an instrument, carve out the time and keep that promise. Keeping commitments to yourself isn't selfish, it's an act of self-love and respect. By honoring your word to yourself, you build a stronger, more trusting relationship with the person who matters most, you. Each fulfilled promise, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in your own worth and capability. Let this be the year you stop putting yourself last. Trust that the better care you take of yourself, the more you'll have to give to the world around you. 8. Procrastinating decisions. Procrastination is a quiet thief. It sneaks in under the guise of indecision, whispering, "Wait until tomorrow," or "You'll know when the time is right." While this habit can seem harmless in the moment, it often leads to missed opportunities and lingering anxiety. As we age, the weight of delayed decisions can feel even heavier, especially when time becomes a more precious resource. Perhaps you've postponed downsizing your home, making health-related choices, or planning a trip you've always dreamed of. The fear of making the wrong choice or the overwhelming nature of big decisions can keep you stuck. But here's the truth: no decision is perfect, and waiting for absolute certainty often means waiting forever. Life rewards those who take steps forward, even if those steps are small. In 2025, let go of the habit of procrastinating decisions. Start by simplifying the process. Break big decisions into manageable pieces and trust your intuition more often. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. For example, if you're considering moving closer to family, start by researching neighborhoods or making a list of priorities. Small actions build momentum and bring clarity. Remember, every decision you make is an act of self-care and forward movement. By choosing to act, you free yourself from the mental clutter of what-ifs and open doors to possibilities you may not have even imagined. This year, give yourself permission to make choices without fear, knowing that each one is a step toward the life you deserve. 9. Living by others' opinions. Throughout life, the opinions of others often weigh heavily on our decisions. When we're young, we seek approval from parents, teachers, and peers. As adults, we strive to meet societal expectations, fearing judgment if we choose a different path. By the time we reach our golden years, this habit can feel deeply ingrained, shaping everything from how we live to how we see ourselves. But the truth is, living by others' opinions is like being a leaf in the wind, constantly swayed, never grounded. People's views are as changeable as the weather, and their expectations often have more to do with their own fears and desires than with your reality. You've lived long enough to know that true happiness comes from aligning your life with your own values and dreams, not someone else's. In 2025, release the need for external validation. Trust the wisdom you've gained through decades of experience, whether it's pursuing a new hobby, making unconventional choices, or simply living at your own pace. Let your inner voice guide you. Your life is uniquely yours, and no one else can walk your path or understand the depth of your journey. Living authentically is not always easy, especially if others question your choices. But remember, their opinions are fleeting, while the satisfaction of living true to yourself is enduring. Embrace the freedom that comes with letting go of others' expectations. This year, let your decisions reflect who you are, not who others think you should be. After all, you've earned the right to live fully and unapologetically as yourself. 10. Harboring anger. Anger has a way of taking root in our hearts, often without us realizing it. It might stem from unresolved conflicts, perceived wrongs, or even frustrations with ourselves. Over time, this emotion becomes like carrying a heavy stone, an invisible weight that drains joy and peace from our days. While anger may feel justified in the moment, holding on to it only deepens the hurt and creates distance between us and the things that truly matter. Letting go of anger is not about condoning wrongs or pretending everything is fine. It's about choosing freedom. Imagine anger as a flame. When you cling to it, you're the one who gets burned. Releasing it allows space for healing, understanding, and compassion. Forgiveness, both of others and ourselves, is not a gift to those who hurt us. It's a gift we give to ourselves. In 2025, commit to unburdening yourself from anger. Start by reflecting on its roots. Is it a misunderstanding that could be cleared with an honest conversation? Is it a grudge that no longer serves you? Or perhaps it's an internal frustration that needs self-acceptance. Whatever the source, take small, intentional steps toward letting it go. Practice replacing anger with kindness, and when frustrations arise, remind yourself to see the bigger picture. Life is too precious and fleeting to be weighed down by anger. In its absence, you'll find that peace flows more freely, relationships deepen, and each day feels lighter. This year, release the stone you've been carrying and walk forward with a heart that is lighter and more open. 11. Taking loved ones for granted. The relationships we hold closest, our family, friends, and even longtime neighbors, are often the foundation of our happiness. Yet as days turn into years, it's easy to fall into the habit of assuming those we cherish will always be there. We may forget to express gratitude for their presence, kindness, and love, focusing instead on the demands or routines of daily life. But time has a way of teaching us that nothing is guaranteed. Loved ones age, circumstances change, and moments pass. The beauty of life lies in cherishing what we have while we have it. Taking the people we love for granted is not an act of neglect, but one of unawareness. When we bring intention and mindfulness into our relationships, they flourish in ways we never imagined. In 2025, let your gratitude shine through in small, meaningful ways. Write a heartfelt note to a friend, share a story with your grandchild, or simply say thank you more often. Listen deeply when loved ones speak, and let them know how much their presence enriches your life. These gestures may seem small, but they carry immense power. By appreciating those around you, you create a ripple effect of kindness and connection. You remind them of their value and deepen the bonds that bring joy and meaning to life. Let this be the year you celebrate your relationships not as a formality, but as an act of love. In doing so, you'll find that the more gratitude you give, the more love and richness your life receives in return. 12. Beating yourself up. There's a quiet voice inside us all, one that often speaks the loudest when we're feeling vulnerable or uncertain. It's the voice that says, "Why did I do that? How could I have been so foolish?" Over time, this self-criticism can become a habit, a relentless cycle of blame that erodes confidence and dims the light of self-worth. While reflection is a vital part of growth, beating yourself up is not. It serves no purpose but to hold you hostage to past mistakes. The truth is, life is a journey filled with moments of imperfection, and that is what makes it human. Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons, whispers of wisdom guiding us forward. Each misstep, each regret, is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. To beat yourself up is to deny the grace and resilience that have carried you through countless challenges. In 2025, practice the art of self-compassion. When the inner critic rises, meet it with kindness. Replace harsh words with affirmations like, "I did the best I could with what I knew at the time," or, "I am worthy of love and forgiveness." Understand that every person, no matter how wise or experienced, stumbles. What matters is not the fall, but the willingness to rise again, to try anew, and to carry forward with a lighter heart. By letting go of self-criticism, you open the door to self-acceptance and peace. You begin to see yourself not as flawed, but as whole, an individual shaped by both trials and triumphs. This year, commit to loving yourself fully, not just in your successes, but in your struggles too. It is in that love that true happiness begins. Embracing 2025 with an open heart. As the chapters of life unfold, we are given countless opportunities to grow, to reflect, and to redefine what truly matters. The habits and mindsets we choose to let go of are not acts of loss, but of liberation. They create space for joy, peace, and meaning to take root. 2025 is not just another year, it is a canvas waiting to be painted with the colors of intention, gratitude, and love. By releasing the weight of the past, regrets, anger, fear, or self-doubt, you step into a life that is lighter and more aligned with your true self. You make room for the beauty of the present and the infinite possibilities of tomorrow. Remember, each day is a gift, a chance to savor the simple pleasures of life, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a grandchild, the comfort of a quiet evening with a loved one. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you honor the life you've lived and embrace the chapters still to come with courage and grace. So, as you stand on the threshold of this new year, ask yourself, what can I release to make room for joy? Then take a deep breath, step forward, and live 2025 with an open heart and a renewed spirit. The best is yet to come. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.